Okay, so today you're going to be finding volume of a cylinder. So actually, it's funny, it uses the same formula as the ones you use for a rectangular and triangular prism, because a cylinder is actually a prism. So it uses V is equal to big B times H. Now, in this case, the base of a cylinder is a circle. So it means you're going to have to find the area of a circle. So the area formula for a circle is pi times radius squared. Well, you need to know what radius is. So here, I have a circle. Radius goes from the center to the edge of the circle. That's radius. Sometimes they're going to give you something called the diameter. Diameter goes from one edge of the circle to the other edge of the circle, and that's diameter. So diameter is twice the radius, or the radius is half the diameter. So anytime they give you the diameter, you just have to divide by 2, and they'll give you the radius. So here's the formula we're going to use. So it says find the volume of each cylinder, round your answers to the nearest tenth if necessary. Use 3.14 for pi. You can also use the pi button on your calculator if you have it. If not, just use, just approximate your answer a little bit more. Okay, so we're going to do V is equal to big B times H, which is the same thing as V is equal to pi times radius squared times the height. So I'm just going to leave pi as pi, and I'm going to use 3.14 to solve it. So the radius, I look at the circle, it gives me the radius because it goes halfway. So the radius is 3, we're going to square that, and then the height of the cylinder is 10. So in the calculator, I'm going to do 3.14 times 3 squared, or 9, times 10, which comes out to 282.6. And if you use the pi button on the calculator, your answer will be slightly different. So just bear with me. Okay, so B, we're going to do the same thing, but here they give you the diameter. So we're going to do 6.4 divided by 2 to get the radius, which is 3.2. So now we're going to do V is equal to pi radius squared times height. Pi is 3.14, or the pi button on the calculator. And then we're going to do 3.2 squared times the height, which is 13. So type that into our calculator, and you get 417.99, which they rounded up to 418 centimeters cubed. All right, pause the video and try these. So number 4, they give you the diameter because it goes all the way across. So the diameter is 10, so the radius is half of that, which is 5. So we're going to do V is equal to pi radius squared times the height. Pi is just pi. Radius is 5 squared times the height is 6. So you can do 3.14 times 5 squared, which is just 25, times 6, which is 471 inches cubed. Here, they actually give you the radius, so we don't have to worry about finding the radius. And then the height is 12. So we're going to do 3.14 times 4 squared, which is 16, times 12, which is 602.88 feet cubed. Okay, now here is a word problem. So Big Bertha is has a diameter. Big Bertha is actually a drum at the University of Texas at Austin. It has a diameter of 8 feet. So diameter goes from one edge to the other edge, so that's 8. So then the radius is half of that, which is 4. And it's 4.5 feet deep. So that's the height of the diameter, or excuse me, height of the drum. Find the volume. So the volume formula will be V is equal to pi radius squared times height. Pi is just 3.14. The radius is 4 squared. And then the height, as I said, is 4.5. So you're going to do 3.14 times 4 squared, which is 16, times 4.5, which is the height of the drum, is equal to 226.08 feet cubed. All right, now you try one. A drum company advertises a snare drum that's 4 inches high with 12 inches diameter. So 12 inches diameter means the radius is 6. Find the volume of the drum to the nearest tenth. So your volume formula V is equal to pi radius squared times the height. So pi is just 3.14. Your radius is 6, which we just found. And then the height of the drum is 4. So you're going to do 3.14 times 6 squared, which is 36, times 4, which is 452.16. I don't know why I have so many blank pages. Okay, and that is how you find the volume of a cylinder.